and welcome to my top 20 most anticipated films of 2013. My top 20 films of 2012 video was quite long, so I'm going to try and be very brief with this. But yeah, there's actually a lot of films I'm looking forward to in 2013, and I've compiled my top 20 list in order of how excited I am for them and how much I'm anticipating their release. At 20, it is a 4-way tie. Number 20, so it's actually in the top 24, I guess, but at number 20 tied are Man of Steel, which I'm just not really looking forward to, but I'm going to go see it because it's Superman, and it's going to be fun to go see a big film, and it could be good, I guess, but I'm not too sold on it. I don't know if it's called The Lone Ranger or just Lone Ranger, the new film from Gore Verbinski, whatever his name is, the guy who did the Pirates of the Caribbean films, the original trilogy, and it'll be starring Armie Hammer and Johnny Depp, of course. And I don't really know anything about Lone Ranger. I know it's an established character, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. And I love the Pirates of the Caribbean films. I'm sure it's going to have a similar flavour of adventure to it. Anchorman 2, I think it's like The Legend Continues or something like that. I think everyone's looking forward to that, but I was never really like a hardcore Anchorman fan like from the beginning. I only watched it within the past few years, but I think it's great, so of course I'm looking forward to the sequel. And then Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Again, I only saw Sin City this year for the first time, and I didn't really go nuts over it. I thought it was a very good film, but I didn't think it was fantastic. But I'm very much looking forward to seeing what that offers. I know nothing about it. So 19, we're getting into the proper ones now. Monsters University, of course. Any Pixar film that comes out, I am there, without doubt. And I love Monsters Inc. Saw that this year again for the first time. And that was great. I love that film, so I look forward to seeing where that goes. A Pixar prequel. Number 18, Wreck-It Ralph, which has already been out in the States and has gotten rave reviews and stuff, and they're already signed off on the sequel, so it must be pretty good. I knew nothing about it. I saw a trailer for it last week when I went to see The Hobbit, and I was like, where's this coming from? I'd heard the name, but I didn't know it was about video games and stuff. It's like Bowser and Zangief and Dr. Robotnik. I was like, this film looks amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that when it comes out in February, I believe. Number 17, Frozen, the next Disney film. Love Disney, you know. Wreck-It Ralph is a Disney film as well. You kind of forget that it's a Disney film because it's not traditionally animated, but that's the way that it goes now. And the last Disney film, the most recent Disney film I saw, I think, was Tangled. And I thought that was fantastic. That was amazing. So I'm very much looking forward to Frozen. It just looks really cool. I love snowy landscapes anyway, and icy landscapes, so kind of an ice adventure set in Disney, you know, that's computer animated. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. Number 16, Stand Up Guys. This looks really good. I don't know why it's taking so long to come out, because I saw a trailer for it ages ago. All you need to know about this is Christopher Walken, Al Pacino, done. You know, I think Alan Arkin is in this as well. Can't wait for that. Just the prospect of those two actors in the same film, in the same scene, is enough for me. And number 15, Fast and Furious 6. I like the Fast and Furious movies. I loved the first one when it came out. Didn't watch any of the sequels, wasn't bothered at all. And then got together with my fiance, and she loves them. And so for her birthday this year, I bought her the box set, and we watched all of them. And yeah, I really enjoy them, you know. First one's an enjoyable film. Second one, it's okay, not great. Third one was actually quite decent. Fourth one was not so good. The fifth one was great. I love the fifth one. Just great action, and it brought all the characters together from the previous films, which was great. And it seems like this one's going to be more of the same. And a lot of it was shot in the UK, so I'm interested to see that. It's great that The Rock's back, and it looks like we're going to see Eva Mendes back as well. And what we did in the last film. And so many characters to. Michelle Rodriguez, yeah, there's loads going on, so it should be really cool for people who like the Fast and Furious films, and I consider myself part of that bunch. Number 14, The Last Stand. Arnold Schwarzenegger's return to a starring role, where he's kind of like a sheriff of this town on the Mexican border, maybe, something like that. And it's made by the guy who made this Korean film, The Good, the Bad, and the Weird, which I really enjoyed. Saw that in the cinema many years ago. I don't know his name, but he's a Korean director, and very much looking forward to seeing how that turns out. I think that'll be out pretty soon, actually. Number 13, Star Trek Into Darkness. This is coming out in May. Right now, I couldn't care less about this film, but one of my movie New Year's resolutions is to watch all the Star Trek films before May of this year, and everyone raves about the 2009 Star Trek film, so I'm definitely going to go see it after I watched all of those, unless I hate them, which I doubt. Number 12, The Tomb. Another Arnold Schwarzenegger film, also starring Sylvester Stallone. It'd be good to see these two in a film where it isn't just all high farce and Expendables rubbish. Even though I love the Expendables, but it's not, it's not art, is it? Yeah, and it's about these. I don't know if it's Arnold. I think Stallone is the guy who's like he's like an expert at breaking out of prisons or something, and he's put in this prison with Arnie, and it's like the most protected prison in the world or something. Just sounds like a lot of fun. Well, not really like a Expendables kind of fun, but it just seems like it'll be enjoyable to see those two in a film like that, for sure. Number 11, Oz the Great and Powerful. This looks to be in the same vein as kind of the Alice in Wonderland film from a couple of years ago from Disney. James Franco is going to be playing who eventually becomes the wizard, so I'm looking forward to that. It looks like it's going to be a really cool, fun Disney live-action film. Number 10, The Wolverine. I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I think he's fantastic, and more of him in a minute. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, seeing the Wolverine Japan stuff, and yeah, I really love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I don't care what anyone says, and I love that he's in every one of the X-Men films. Again, more on that later. Number 9, Thor: The Dark World, or The Dark Worlds. I'm not quite sure which. I'm really looking forward to this, the second Thor film. Really enjoyed the first one. And this one looks to be going into more of the worlds. I saw this kind of this graphic on a new movie news website, and it was kind of like all the 9 worlds of Thor with like Earth in the middle, and then there's like the snow world that we saw in the first film, like with the snow gods or whatever. And yeah, so I'm interested to see what it's going to be about. And oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm not going to cut that out either. I am tired. Yeah, I'm interested to see what it's going to be about, I'm in. 8, The Hunger Games Catching Fire. Really looking forward to that. I love The Hunger Games. I'm going to try and read all the books before this one comes out. Yeah, just looking forward to it, continuation of The Hunger Games. I just hope it doesn't become like the Twilight series. Well, it won't, because it's not really much of a romance. Well, there is a bit of romance, but you know what I mean. It's not going to be completely Twilight frenzy, thankfully. But it seemed like it was getting there earlier on in this year. It was like, oh, Hunger Games, taking over from Twilight. And number 7, Iron Man 3. Trailer looks awesome. That's all I need to say about that. Ben Kingsley being the main villain looks really cool. And can't go wrong with Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man for the 4th time. Number 6, The Host. You're probably thinking, what's that? But it is actually a novel that Stephenie Meyer, the author of the dreaded Twilight Saga, is a book that she wrote, and it is fantastic. I absolutely loved it. It's a very strange story, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they portray this on screen, because the main character, or the 2 main characters, are in the same body, and one of them speaks in the inner mind. So how do you do that? Very interesting to see how they're going to pull this off. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but the girl who's in Hannah is playing both Melanie and Wanderer. I won't go into the plot, but I just loved it, and I don't think they'll really pull it off the way I read the book, because I thought the book was amazing. I don't think they'll get it as right as the book. Brilliant book, yeah, fair play to Stephenie Meyer. But I'm interested to see how it turns out. That's out in March. Number 5, the top 5 films I'm looking forward to the most. Ender's Game. Wow. This is a book by Orson Scott Card. A friend of the family lent this book to me, and I thought it was brilliant. I got like goosebumps at the end of it, and I wonder if they'll really portray that on the screen, because I was just like, whoa, what? Oh my god. and then it happened again like about 20 pages later. Oh, fantastic book. I've heard there's many sequels, but I'm not that interested. It was such a great standalone story. Be interesting how they pull off a lot of the kind of the special effects and stuff. And what's really great is that I think it's the kid who played is he even called Hugo in the film? The film Hugo, the kid in that. It's been so long since I've seen it. He's playing Ender in the game. in the game. You can tell I'm tired. He's playing Ender in the game. No, he's playing Ender in the film, Ender's Game. And Harrison Ford is in it, which is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to seeing that because I love Harrison Ford, and almost as much as I love Ralph Garman's impression of Harrison Ford. And number 4, most anticipated films of 2013 is Kick-Ass 2. Yeah, Kick-Ass 2. I just blanked then. It looks interesting. Jim Carrey looks amazing. He looks like a Street Fighter character. It'd be interesting to see how it works, because I don't know if the character of Hit Girl will work as well, because Chloe Grace Moretz is like kind of like all grown up now, I guess. I mean, she's doing Carrie as well, which isn't in my list, but you know, I've seen pictures on the set. She just looks like, she looks like a woman now. But I'm very much looking forward to it. I thought Kick-Ass was a great film and really unique. It's a shame that Matthew Vaughn isn't directing it, but there you go. Top 3. Number 3, This Is the End. This is a film that was originally called The Apocalypse, and then The End of the World. But there is another film coming out next year called The World's End, so they've changed it to This Is the End, and it is starring Danny McBride, James Franco, Seth Rogen, Craig Robinson, and Jonah Hill as the 5 main members of the cast. And they all play themselves in an apocalypse in LA, and other people play themselves, and Emma Watson is in this. I'll be interested to see how they use her in the film. It sounds like she's in a main role. The trailer's fantastic. The trailer's just this one scene. It's just a piss take, and it's just absolutely amazing because Danny McBride is my favourite comedic actor going right now. I love He's Brandon Down, and I feel like he needs more screen time in big Hollywood films. He's been in Pineapple Express, Tropic Thunder, 30 Seconds or Less. He's been in quite a few things, but it'd be cool. I hope he gets the main kind of screen time in this, because you can just tell in the trailer how funny he is. I'm so excited for it. I love all those films, and this just seems like a return to form, like Pineapple Express. Can't wait. Number 2 is The World's End, the latest film in the Cornetto trilogy, the Blood and Ice Cream trilogy, from Edgar Wright, the director, and the cast members of Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, who've done 3 films ago. They did Paul, but that wasn't an Edgar Wright film. But this one is, and I can't wait. The concept is basically a group of guys in their 40s. They try to recreate a pub crawl that they attempted in their 20s, going from pub to pub, ending at a pub called The World's End. So we don't really know yet if there is going to be an apocalypse in this film, or if it is just a kind of just a bog standard comedy about a pub crawl. I don't care either way, because I'm sure that all the pubs are going to have like specific references, and like it's all going to be very kind of, watch it a couple of times to get everything, like Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. Can't wait. Other cast members, obviously Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Paddy Considine, who's brilliant, and Martin Freeman. There's someone else as well. I know his face, I just don't know his name, but can't wait for that. So hyped to see the 3rd and final part of the trilogy, even though it's not really connected in any way. It's like the Dollars trilogy, I guess. And this brings me to my number 1 most anticipated film of 2013, The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. As mentioned in my top 20 films of 2012, I just went nuts for The Hobbit. I absolutely loved it. An unexpected journey. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, and I can't wait for the second part. Can't wait to see Smaug and Lake Town and where they're going to end it, and I want to see the Battle of the 5 Armies, but that's probably going to be in the 3rd one, which thankfully won't be another year. It'll be in July 2014. Speaking of 2014, we got a film coming out then called X-Men Days of Future Past, and wow. If that was coming out in 2013, it would blow all of these off the list, because I cannot wait for X-Men Days of Future Past. I'm not even that big of an X-Men fan. I love the first film, love the second film. Really like the 3rd one, even though everyone hates it. X-Men Origins Wolverine is okay. First Class is fantastic, and now we're getting the best of both worlds. We're getting James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, 2 of the best actors out there today, as Charles Xavier and Magneto. And we're also getting Ian McKellen as Magneto, Patrick Stewart as Xavier. And we're going to get, the past and future versions in the same film, We're also going to get Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine. Jennifer Lawrence, even though she's tied up with the Hunger Games, is going to be coming back as Mystique. Cannot wait. Oh my god. Bryan Singer's directing it, the guy who made the first 2 X-Men films, the 2 best ones. It's going to be amazing. So that's a little tease for my anticipated film of 2014. But there you go, thank you for watching. Let me know what films you're looking forward to, whether you agree with my list, if there's anything in particular you disagreed or agreed with, let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe if you want, if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Probably.
Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you, 'cause